Hey guys, I've got another video for you today, and it's about why I think upgrading to the next gen of consoles is kind of not really necessary anymore. Now, before every gamer jumps down my neck and says, "Oh, you're just speaking sacrilege now. You don't have a say in this matter. You don't understand modern gaming." Well, I'm putting myself in the mind of the consumer at the moment. Yes, I'm a gamer. Yes, I play games. Yes, I love these new games coming out. I try them out. I play them. But the average consumer is not gonna go out and run out and pay $800 for a console to play the new. I mean, they might do it for Call of Duty, but they're not gonna run out and buy it for the new. They're not gonna go out and buy an Xbox Series X for the new Call of Duty when they're still releasing it on old gen or last gen. Xbox One X. Or Xbox One. They're not gonna run out and buy the new console when that old support is still there and they're still getting official games. And that leads me to the question, why would you even buy a new console? They are still releasing these games on last gen. And you might say, oh, but it's so good that we have that support going on and on and on, rolling support of old consoles. It's so good, we want that to go that way. Well, then, in that case, what I think is that they rushed PS5 and the Xbox Series consoles to market. They really should have made the console generation go for a whole 10 years and then released it in 2024 or 2025 or whatever. They should have held off until they could actually go full next gen. And look, it's great that we have consoles that last for as long as they do. I think that is a testament to how good these consoles actually are, especially the PS4. Even though that thing sounds like an airplane taking off when you try to start it up. I'm just gonna have a drink of beer. Even though it sounds like even though it sounds like an airplane starting up when you turn it on and that fan just keeps spinning loud as it is, it's like they made that thing to work and it keeps working. And there is people, I mean, they don't like you talking about the modding scene. It's sacrilege for the modding scene. They don't like you mentioning it. But there is a lot on PS4 that people still like. And the fact that you can still buy a PS4 in many locations around the world. Now, given it's not as readily available as it once was, but there are still places selling that I've seen stock PS4s at like a much lower price, obviously, but they're like a new old stock. There's still places that will sell brand new PS4. And given obviously when that stock's cleared, they won't get any new stock. I don't think they're manufacturing PS4 anymore. But the fact that they're still selling them is kind of a shock in 2024. But look, we're at that weird dilemma where they are still releasing games for last gen and they are still marketing them to last gen. As I said, Call of Duty is talking about, oh, we might put it out on Xbox One and Xbox, what's the other one? Xbox One X and One S and Xbox One and PS4 and whatever else. That just shows you how much Xbox are focused on digital, like have it on everything and you can choose how you want to play. Which, hey, it works for them, but I don't know. I have my own what's it called? My own views on that. I think they need to just go full next gen if they're going to do it, or make something exclusive. I don't know, but they're putting it on the developers to develop for everything, and I think that's not fair on the developers. Anyways, I've went into that in a different video. But I'm of the mindset that we need to kind of look. PS4 is not bad. PS4 is still very good. And if you have the Pro model, like I have a PS4 Pro, I made the upgrade because I was like, yeah, for Spider-Man, I just wanted to have it in the best thing. And, they had Miles Morales coming out and I wanted to play it. And you might say, oh, but PS5. Well, for the first few years of PS5, you couldn't get the thing. So I bought it in like 2018 or something, the PS4, maybe even 2017, somewhere around there. Like not long after it came out, but enough down the track where I was like, yeah, I can justify this because the PS5 is still a bit off. So I was just a bit like, why? And Sony are actively looking at PS6 or like, I know everyone's saying PS5 Pro. Well, it's going to be the same dilemma. You get PS5 Pro and then in 3 years we'll come out with PS6. It's just the way it is. And in saying that, there's kind of a part of me that's not even excited about GTA 6. I'm looking at GTA 6 and I'm like, well, it'll take full advantage of, I'm guessing, the PS5 Pro hardware if they do a PS5 Pro, and it'll take full advantage of that, but then the definitive version, they'll just re-release it on PS6, and then at that, you get into that dilemma, it's just like, why wouldn't I just wait for PS6 then? And no, I know people are going to jump down my neck over that comment of like, I'm excited for GTA 6. I'm excited for GTA 6. It's going to be freaking awesome. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they just said, okay, we're putting it out in 2025, and the next gen console won't come out till 2028, and then we'll remaster it in 2028, then it's enough of a gap there where it's like, okay, I understand it's that. I understand it's going to be that long off. But they're talking about these next gen consoles like they're coming out in 2026, and the fact that they're doing that is kind of putting a lot of people off of like, okay, well, they're already developing next gen. Like, we've only just basically started this generation. And when I say I know the generation's been out since 2020. It came out during the pandemic. But the fact that they're still talking about it and talking about, okay, we're going to upgrade, we're going to go next gen, we need to develop the next gen consoles. It's like, dude, we've basically just started this generation. Like, we haven't even fully embraced that we are a next generation at the moment. But we're in that phase of like the brand new thing. It's like why Apple release an iPhone every year. It's like, okay, cool, you will buy it, so we'll put it out there. But it's like they just need to slow it down a bit and focus on, okay, we need to build games for these consoles. And yes, they have games. I know it. I know they have games. Don't jump down my throat over that one. But I'm talking about they need to make these consoles last. And if they're going to make them last, say, okay, you buy the PS5, we're releasing in 2020, we guarantee we will support it till at least 2029, and we will not release a next-gen console before 2029. Or 2028, give it a year crossover. And you watch everyone say, okay, so we got a couple more years of this, I can buy that, and then I can confidently say, okay, I'll pick it up in the next gen. But, there is a whole dilemma of, these things are just coming out way too fast, and we haven't even fully embraced that we're in a new console generation. As I said, for the first couple of years, you couldn't even get a PS5 or Xbox, the series consoles. And it's only just like a year or two ago that they've actually caught up with demand. And now they're already talking about, oh, wait, let's just do a PS5 Pro, and that thing will be impossible to get for 2-3 years. And then by the time you get one of those, it'll be PS6 time. You're better off just waiting for PS6. But that's the dilemma we live in. That's the world we live in. People will buy it if it's available. And gamers will be down my throat saying, oh, well, we want it. It's cool. Okay, dude, go and buy it. Go spend $1,000 on the thing. I don't care. But yeah, at this point, I'm just kind of like, I've started going backwards. I've been like, oh, I want to go back, and I picked up a PS3 recently, and I was like, yeah, I haven't played PS3 in years. Obviously, I don't want to, I'm not going to play it until I've actually taken it apart, because it's one of the fat consoles. And I used to have a slim model when I used to have my PS3. It broke recently and I had to throw it out. So rest in peace to my old PS3 console. But I've got the fat console. When I went out and was like, I'm going to buy a new version of it, or like a different version, I was like, I want to go to the original, but I have to take the thing apart. I want to put new thermal paste on the CPU and GPU. I want to put the new fan in there. Apparently there's a fan mod you can do, and it runs a lot. It puts a lot more air out at it. It's better for the console overall. But there's a few mods I need to do to it to make sure it has quality of life. And, I'm not going to turn on the PS5 or PS4, PS3 until I've done those modifications. So I'm just cautious of, when I have a PS3 now, I want to make sure that thing's future-proof. And yeah. Also, I want to give it a hard drive upgrade. And not that SSD will take advantage of it, but just have an SSD in there, or maybe a fast hard drive, because it can take advantage of it. But anyways, guys, I've talked for 10 minutes. I probably ranted on in this, probably incoherently. And yeah, anyways, guys, I will catch you in the next one. And yeah, go and follow me on social media, on Instagram at The Physical Ways. That's The Physical Ways, all one word with an S on the end, The Physical Ways. And there is The Physical Way on TikTok. Go follow the Instagram in particular, because not a lot of people are following the Instagram, and I want to pump those numbers up a bit. So go follow The Physical Ways on Instagram. And I do stuff over there unique that is not posted on YouTube. So I'm going to start doubling down on Instagram. So if you're not following Instagram and you missed the content, that's where it'll be on. It'll be on Instagram, and TikTok is going to have its own content as well. So I'm going to try to slowly, because I'm simulcasting them both to TikTok and Instagram at the moment, but they're slowly going to veer off from each other. TikTok's going to have a bit more day in the life, a bit more collector stuff that does well on there. Instagram might have a bit more like the comedy stuff I've been doing, like, hey, this movie's pretty funny and this is blah, and like having a bit of fun with the movies. But I'm going to start veering them off. They're going to be different content for different platforms. And hopefully, yeah, you guys will like it. And there will be stuff where I kind of do the both, but it's going to become a bit more standalone. So you need to be following the Instagram. And I have spent a minute plugging the Instagram. So yeah, subscribe to the channel and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.